As the pilot of more than 130 deep-sea submarine dives, Anthony Tarantino has seen parts of the planet few others have.
The only thing I can liken it to is the feeling an astronaut would have gotten when they first landed on the moon.
Lately, though, Tarantino spends most days on dry land at the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution, studying the Deepsea Challenger. The lime green submarine was donated by filmmaker James Cameron in June, a year to the day after he completed an unprecedented solo dive to the deepest part of the ocean.
Deepsea Challenger is launched.
Tarantino is studying the Deepsea Challenger's many design innovations, including a custom foam material that can withstand crushing water pressure while remaining buoyant.
The hope is we're going to learn something that really breaks our preconceived notions of how to handle certain engineering challenges.
Unlike most subs, the Deepsea Challenger dives vertically, like a torpedo. Its pilot sits in a sphere exactly like this one in the bottom third of the vessel. James Cameron's about 6'2". I'm almost 5'5", and I can tell you this bubble is cramped. It's 43 inches in diameter, and every square inch is covered in equipment. Cameron spent almost 8 claustrophobic hours underwater, enduring near freezing temperatures as he traveled almost 7 miles down. He collected samples from the sea floor, leading to the discovery of several new species, and recorded these images on state-of-the-art cameras, now being installed on other vessels in Woods Hole.
It's important to really document what you see and make sure that those images are available to the general public.
And soon they will be. Cameron is working with National Geographic on a 3D feature film about the expedition, allowing us the chance to take in a view very few ever see.
And with me now is David Gallo of the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution. Welcome, David.
Thank you, Emily.
So my first question is, how is it that James Cameron can have a submarine that's cooler than anything that you have over there at Woods Hole?
Yeah, we've got a ways to go to match that. He's an amazing guy. Not only does he have all these blockbuster hits, the top 2 Hollywood hits in history, but he makes a submarine on his own with his own team and makes the deepest dive into the deepest, darkest spot of this planet. That takes an awful lot. He's like a modern-day Da Vinci to me, so he's a pretty amazing guy.
I didn't realize he had done that, because he went down 7 times during the Titanic, too, so he is a diver.
Oh, he's had many expeditions. So if you look at how many films he's made and how many expeditions he's been on, you'd almost call him an ocean explorer or an oceanographer as much as you'd call him a Hollywood filmmaker.
What's it like going down that deep? Is it scary?
It's amazing. You know, it's tough to describe it because it's very, it's personal, it's emotional, it's passionate. And you're in this tiny sphere and you're descending into the dark in a place where there's typically no sunlight at all. And seeing things that no one's ever seen before, different animals.
Yeah, we have some pictures of things. Oh, that's actually the submarine going down.
Exactly. So you're in this very barren landscape, and we've only explored about 5% of the ocean world, so you never know. In that other 95%, you don't know what you're going to find. Yeah. It can be a new creature, it can be a small creature, large creature, a new landscape. We find underwater rivers, waterfalls, lakes even at the bottom of the sea.
You have some unbelievable photographs. I saw you've done a TED Talk, and you had these unbelievable creatures that you found. Yeah. Some of them were these jellyfish that have their own electrical system.
Just like fireflies, in your backyard, they've got the bioluminescence, so they light up in the dark. It's their way of communicating, and in some cases, their way of attracting prey. They're like spaceships in the deep sea. And the ocean's full of those. No matter how deep we go, we find animals like that. So it's pretty amazing.
You found things like foot-long clams and mussels?
Yeah, there's these places where we said there should be no life at all. We find life there, communities that rivals the tropical rainforest. You know, we were dead wrong about life on this earth until we discovered these things, never before predicted. And in there's clams and shrimp and all kinds of animals, hundreds of species that look like the same ones we see in shallow water, but they're all new species of life. It's almost an alien landscape with alien life forms, yeah.
Why is it that we've explored more of space than we have the ocean?
Oh, there's a lot of different reasons. I mean, the oceans are tough. I like to say it's not rocket science. It's a lot tougher. They're vast. They're deep. The pressure is incredible. It would crush the Titanic the same way you could crush an empty paper cup in your hand. There's no power. We can't use GPS. You can't communicate with radio waves. So everything's tougher at the bottom of the sea. And so it's taken time. But I think the more we learn, the more we realize how we're dependent on the ocean and how we impact the ocean. So now we know. We didn't know those things. Now we do. So it's really the pressure to explore the ocean is really on now. We need to find out what's out there.
Now, going back to James Cameron's submarine, I mean, is there toilet facilities? 8 hours? And why didn't he have more warm clothes? He said he was freezing coming up.
I asked him for many, many years, why are you doing this? And it's all because of one thing, his passion and his curiosity. Passion for exploration and curiosity about what's out there. And once that gets in your blood and in your spirit, that's going to drive you. And that's what drove Jim Cameron. So the cold and all that stuff, you write that off as just a necessary part of exploration. And you realize that you're limited inside that capsule, as you saw, in space. And so you take warm clothes, but not a lot of warm clothes. There's no heater.
You don't drink coffee first?
Yeah, no, you know what? Our pilots, you saw Anthony Tarantino. Anthony was very good at drinking coffee before a long dive. In Alvin, we have room for 3 people. It's cramped, but 3 people. And there we have a bottle becomes the toilet facility.
TMI. So. Sorry I asked. All right.
Everyone does. Everyone does.
Well, yeah, it's natural. Like Dave Gallo, this is very, very cool.
Thanks,
Good luck with the rest of the exploration.
Thank
All right, and that is it for Greater Boston. Tomorrow night, it was the darkest depths of the Cold War, the risk of nuclear annihilation. We go behind the scenes of the Cuban Missile Crisis through the John F. Kennedy Library's latest exhibit. That's tomorrow at 7. I'm Emily Rooney. Thanks for watching.